So hi, my name is Alexis Burnett and I work with Northern Edge Algonquin, and here we are at the beautiful Wilderness Arts cabin here on the edge of Algonquin Park, and it's a beautiful sunny day. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the programs that happen here at the edge. I work with Todd and Martha Lucier, who are the owners of Northern Edge, and I run the Wilderness Canoe Trips and the Wilderness Arts programs, and we also have a broad array of experiential education programs that we run for youth here as well, and everything is based out of the beautiful Eco Lodge that we have here on the edge of Round Lake, as I mentioned, next to Algonquin Park. So today we're going to go over some of the things that we do with our programs and talk a little bit about some of the wilderness arts things that happen here at the edge as well. And we're going to demonstrate what we call the bow drill fire making method, which is one of the methods that we teach during the Art of Survival class, which is part of our overall umbrella of wilderness arts programs that happen next to Algonquin Park here at Northern Edge today. So the bow drill fire making method consists of five different components. We have what's called the spindle here. We have the handhold, which goes on top of the spindle. We have our fireboard, which has these ready-made holes and grooves that we've made. So it's going to sit in just like this. And then also what we have is our bow right here, and we have our already made tinder bundle, which consists of some birch bark underneath. We have some various dried grasses, and we have some milkweed down right there. So now what we're going to do is get into demonstrating this method. As you're seeing this smoke rising, what I'm doing is keeping a constant pressure and as long of strokes as possible to create the most amount of friction. And when we have the coal, which is formed there, as you can see, I don't have to be in a rush at this point. So I can tap the coal out, I'm letting it burn, I'm taking my time to gather my composure, and I grab my already made tinder bundle here, and then I tap lightly on the coal that we've made and drop it into the tinder bundle. And then I fold the tinder bundle around the coal like this, and we blow on it. And eventually we have our flame, which comes, and then we put that into our already made teepee fire. So next, one of the things I'm going to talk about is a little bit about some of the tracking that we do here. And we do some of these programs in the summer and some in the winter as well. But the winter wildlife tracking program is a great one. In front of me here, I have some raccoon tracks. This is the hind foot of a raccoon. And right here is the front left foot of a raccoon. So in these programs, we talk a little bit about the differences in animal tracks. Many people see various animal tracks when they're out walking in the woods, and sometimes we don't know what they are. So we talk about the basic morphology of the feet. We look at the way that the heel pads are shaped. We look at the way that the fingers are placed, whether there's claws, whether there isn't claws. We also have in front of me a black bear track, Ursus americanus. This is the front right of a black bear that we got a few years ago, which wasn't too far from here. And they have these beautiful heel pads here, 5 different toes on there. We also have a mama bear track, which is a front right, which is a pretty similar looking track to this one, slightly different, or very different animal, but same species. And then perhaps one of my favorite tracks is this this small right hind track of a black bear, a cub anyways, and it was actually the cub from this bear right here, which is pretty unique. And this was part of a set of twins, I do believe, which was a lot of fun to find and track when we were out there. So the wildlife tracking program, we talk a lot about the animals, and when we learn about the animals and how they relate to the environment out here, we learn a lot about the whole ecosystem as a whole. So these animals don't stand alone in this forest, but they're a part of it, and they have benefits. Sorry, I'm just looking at a raven that's flying over. But when we learn about the animals, we learn about how they maintain a healthy role within this ecosystem and how they create balance in the ecosystem. And hopefully we learn a lot about ourselves and the balance that we can hold in the ecosystem as well.